Unless you are clear about your desired outcomes, you won't get there. Welcome to the Drew Coaching Podcast. My name is Eric Drew. And Drew Coaching raises up leaders who shape the future. Now, the podcast is a weekly boost for your leadership in 10 minutes or less. I want to thank you for joining us here in Season 3, which is Cheat Codes for Uncertain Times. The cheat codes that we're putting into practice are clarity, competence, and culture. And this week, we continue with clarity around our outcomes. When living and leading in uncertain times, clarity is the first cheat code. Without clarity, confusion, anxiety, and frustration will reign. Last week, we zeroed in on defining purpose, being clear about our purpose. This week, we put our purpose into action by clarifying our outcomes. So, do you know exactly what you're trying to achieve? Clarity of outcome involves setting specific, measurable goals that are directly tied to your purpose. It means knowing exactly what success looks like and how you'll measure it. Without this clarity, it's easy to drift away from your purpose or to feel overwhelmed by uncertainty. Here's why measurable goals matter. They give you a target, a destination. You're not wandering aimlessly, you have a clear endpoint in sight. And this isn't just about big long-term goals. It also applies to daily, weekly, and monthly milestones that lead to major achievements. Here's another thing about clarity of outcome. It helps you make better decisions. Each choice you make can be weighed against your outcomes. Does this action move us closer to our goal? If it doesn't, why are we doing it? So how do we set these kinds of goals and get this clarity of outcomes? Here are 3 things. First, be smart about your goals. You probably know that's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. People tend to get good at specific and achievable. My sense is that making goals measurable can be tough, but if you're willing to do that hard work, making goals and outcomes measurable so that you know if you've achieved them is some of the richest work. And then don't forget to be time-bound or set a time when it's due. It might be the most important one. Set a due date, hold yourself accountable to it. There are whole podcasts about SMART goals, and it's worth learning more, but make your goals smart. Next, I want you to align your goals with your purpose. Each goal should be a stepping stone towards fulfilling your overarching purpose. If you're meeting quarterly goal, your KPI, your project outcome, or whatever else you're working on doesn't connect directly to your purpose, get in the habit of asking, why are we doing this? Get comfortable asking this question. In uncertain times, it is a gift and advantage for team members to ask about purpose, outcomes, and work directly. Finally, I want you to break big goals into smaller milestones. This is going to keep you motivated and makes the journey manageable. A milestone is simply a major stepping stone on the way to your desired outcome. Implementing milestones was actually a more recent learning for me. Now I'm in the habit of working with teams to outline the major deliverables or milestones or steps on the way to the final project. In planning your work and in working your plan, break goals into milestones and monitor how you're doing to achieve those milestones. So, our first cheat code in times of uncertainty is clarity. First, clarity of purpose. This week, we practice clarity of outcomes. We have a few more weeks on clarity, but here are a few questions for this week as you start to think about clarity of outcomes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how clear are you about your goals and outcomes? What would be different if you scored a 9 or a 10? Think about one project or initiative you're involved in right now. What's one measurable goal or outcome that you could set this week that would help the project move forward? And then here's a challenge maybe for the whole month. Set 3 specific goals for yourself or your team. Make sure they're smart and they're tied to your larger purpose. We are navigating through uncertain times, but with clarity of outcomes, we start to see the path forward more clearly. This is how we turn our intentions into impact. I'd love to see you over on social media and hear about your goals and your progress. Remember, we're on Instagram, TikTok, now we're on Facebook, bringing you more content to empower your leadership journey. Remember, you're not just wandering through life. You are leading, you're creating, you're impacting. Set clear outcomes and you're going to see just how powerful your actions and impact can become. This is how we end it. You are a leader, you're a creative. The world needs your voice. So define clear outcomes. Raise up others, bring hope to life. We are in this together.